Hi everyone, welcome to another video on Bee Lives We Will Only Know Summer. I'm Matt Shoemaker, the designer of the game, and this week I'm going to talk to you about the queen types that are in the game. There are 4 main queen types in the game for the advanced version, and only 1 in the basic version, so you have much less to worry about there. These are all based on how queens interact with and control through their genetics the way that bees behave and act in the real world. And I hope that they have been accurately represented such in the game mechanically and in entertaining and engaging ways. Thank you, and please let me know what else you'd like to know about the game in the comments below. Queens are the most important bees in your hive in many ways. Though a beehive will have anywhere between 6,000 and 80,000 bees within it, the queen is the one who sets the tone for what the hive is behaviorally speaking. All the bees in the hive come from the queen, be they the male drones or the female workers, and they all carry her genetics. And as such, she will influence how your bees behave in the game Bee Lives We Will Only Know Summer. Now, as mentioned before, there are 2 modes to this game, a basic mode and an advanced mode. In the basic mode, everyone simply has the basic queen. She does not really influence your bees or influence the game mechanically speaking in the basic game. The only thing that your queen does is controls when you are not having brood. There is a brood marker up on the top part of the queen square. When the queen is healthy and producing brood as normally, it is uncovered. If something should happen, say you have just swarmed or you have overheated in the hive, you would have to place a stop brood marker on top of the brood just as a reminder for that one turn where you will not be producing brood in your hive. Now in the advanced game there are 4 options for queens. The first one is here. This is the Hygienic queen. The Hygienic queen produces bees that are particularly clean and therefore prevent disease, such as these varroa mites that come in and impact your hive. Now the way this works in the game is that for the first time you go foraging, normally when you take the forage action you automatically get a disease marker or increase this on the disease track by 1. But the first time that you go out and forage in a turn, the disease tracker does not go up, and then every other time after that. So if you take the forage action 3 times in a round, you would only gain 1 disease that turn. This can be very powerful, particularly if you are staying in one hive throughout the game. The next type of queen is the aggressive queen. Now this is a queen that would be akin to those killer bees that you hear about in the news sometimes, or at least you used to in the 80s. What she is she's very good at protecting her hive and robbing resources from others. The way this manifests is that every 2 bees that take the defend action gain an additional +1 bonus to your die roll in combat situations, and the same goes when you are taking the robbing action. For every 2 bees you use to rob, you gain an additional +1 bonus on your die action. The next type of bee is one that swarms frequently. Now I covered swarming in a previous video. What this one does is instead of swarming when you have bees equal to half of your wax, you swarm when you have more bees than 1/3 of your wax. So you will be swarming much more regularly in this game. This is one way to help control disease and also score points more quickly in the game with smaller hives. And the final queen is the prolific queen, shown here. Now the prolific queen gives you 2 new brood bees for 1 pollen token. So here we have pollen tokens. Now normally if you were playing with any other queen type, those 2 tokens would turn into 1 bee, and they take up 2 spaces in your hive. With the prolific queen, you only need 1 pollen token, and that pollen token only takes up 1 space, but will become 2 bees when it comes your turn. These are the 4 types of queens in the advanced game. I hope that you have learned something about the game today, and look forward to you watching the next video of Bee Lives We Will Only Know Summer.